Because I have come to realize what many people in the Republic have come to realize. That the Jedi are the ones responsible for this war. That we've so lost our way that we have become villains in this conflict. That we are the ones that should be put on trial. All of us! And my attack on the temple was an attack on what the Jedi have become. An army fighting for the dark side. Fallen from the light that we once held so dear. This Republic is failing! It's only a matter of time.
Welcome back, everyone. Today's video is all about an event that completely took me by surprise, the betrayal of Jedi Barriss Offee. The final arc of Clone Wars Season 5 saw Ahsoka Tano on the run for unleashing a devastating attack on the Jedi Temple. Although we knew she was totally innocent, the Jedi Order lost complete confidence in her. The more shocking truth came with the revelation that Ahsoka's own friend, Mirialan Jedi Barriss Offee, committed the bombing and framed Ahsoka for it. Let's pick apart Barriss's betrayal and see if we can find anything of interest. From what we know about Barriss, her life as a Jedi has been impacted heavily by three crucial things, starting with Master Luminara. Luminara Unduli and Barriss Offee are one of the only non-human pairings that are actually of the same species, both hailing from Mirial. Master Luminara Unduli instructed Barriss in both the ways of the Force and their cultural background. Not much is known canonically about Mirial, but the Jedi who do come from there deeply intertwined their culture with their view of the Force. They are deeply spiritual people. As connected as they may seem, I was shocked to see how quick Luminara passed Barriss off as dead when she and Ahsoka were trapped in that cave on Geonosis. In a moment when her Padawan needed her most, she wasn't willing to even continue her search. We get another nod to Luminara's cold personality during the Martez sister arc in Clone Wars Season 7, where it's revealed that a beautiful Jedi Master with long dark robes and green skin was accidentally involved in the death of their parents, as the Jedi haphazardly chased Zero the Hutt through Coruscant. The only words she offered the sisters were, "I had to make a choice, but don't worry, the Force will be with you." If we only experienced a taste of Luminara's coldness as a master, imagine the years of growing emotionally numb as her Padawan. Next up, we've got the Clone Wars. The galactic-wide war over secession from the Republic saw the Jedi leave their roles as peacekeepers and arbitrators only to become war generals. To put it into perspective, they spent their time settling trade disputes, conducting investigations, preventing small planetary wars, and just simply being in a role that the Force required them to be in at the time. A lot of the younger Jedi who were promoted to Padawan at the start of the war experienced the trauma of war, but many of them, like Ahsoka Tano, never participated in the peacekeeping efforts with their mentors. All they knew was war. Barriss was in a different situation. She was one of the older teenage Padawans at the start of the war. She had been on these peacekeeping missions with her master, and she was forced to make this transition into a warrior. With a detached master like Luminara, it's a safe assumption that Barriss bottled up her anxieties as her life fundamentally changed at a period where her mind was still developing. Her time as a peacekeeping Jedi in the pre-war was enough to show her that conflicts can be settled through diplomacy rather than violence. In the end, seeing those she looked up to most acquiesce and perpetuate this cycle of violence drove her anger and hatred towards the Jedi Council. And emotional detachment. As I mentioned, Barriss was in her formidable years as a young woman of a deeply spiritual species. Her master was wise, but seemingly unable to connect with Barriss's emotional needs, and watching as ideals, methods that proved effective pathways to peace were discarded in favor of violence. All of these tragedies piled on. Though we can't pinpoint the exact moment when Barriss crumbled, we all know enough of stress to say that it doesn't take much to knock all of that weight out of your hands after it's been piled on for a while. Once it falls, there's no stopping it. I'm paying very close attention to Barriss's inevitable return to Star Wars. There's so much of her story to be told, and an inevitable confrontation with Ahsoka that could be a benchmark moment in this era of Star Wars storytelling. The tragedy of Barriss Offee is understanding that she is 100% correct. The Jedi Order keeps allowing the violence to continue and keeps allowing the true events of this war to guide their next move instead of the other way around. However, had Barriss had a mentor who was emotionally available enough to guide her into the right direction, perhaps we would have gotten a different outcome from her. Nevertheless, the continuation of her story is right around the corner, and I cannot wait to discover more. Let me know in the comments. Do you have any thoughts over the betrayal of Barriss Offee? Until next time, take care, God bless, and may the Force be with you always.